Days of Our Lives Next Week Preview Promo. January 26, 2026 Stefano's Bones and Vivian's Revenge. What is up, Salem Squad? Your resident soap opera guru is back, and oh my goodness, do we have a week to unpack. If you thought the recent DiMera drama was peak soap, hold on to your hats, because the week of January 26, 2026 is about to blow the roof off the mansion. We are talking about skeletons in the closet, literalized return of a legendary diva, and some mad science that would make Dr. Frankenstein blush. Before we dive into the deep end of the DiMera fountain, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We are dissecting every look, every lie, and every legendary comeback in Salem. Now, let's get into the days of our lives. The Phoenix or just a pile of bones? Let's start with the absolute bombshell that has the entire fandom in an uproar. Rafa Hernandez, our ever-stoic police commissioner, is dropping a truth bomb that feels more like a nuclear strike. He's standing there, looking at a set of remains, and saying the words we never thought we'd hear again. These bones belong to Stefano DiMera. Wait, what? First of all, let's talk about the psychological impact on EJ and Chad. For years, Stefano wasn't just a man. He was an immortal force of nature. Every time we thought he was gone, he rose from the ashes. Seeing him reduced to a skeleton is a jarring reality check for the DiMera brothers. But let's be real for a second, is it actually him? I've been reading your comments, and I totally agree with many of you who are skeptical. One fan, at CHELSEY Linden, pointed out that this feels impossible. In Salem, a DNA test is about as reliable as a weather forecast in a hurricane. I have a theory. This isn't Stefano. Think about it. Dr. Rolf is back in the picture. More on him later. Could these bones be a plant? A decoy to distract the family while the real Phoenix is being reconstructed in a lab somewhere. And we have to address the elephant in the room. Joseph Moscolo. He is Stefano. There is no replacing him. I'm with that JWSM2 on this one. Using his portrait as a tribute is powerful, but trying to resurrect the character with a new actor or a CGI skeleton feels risky. The writers are playing with fire here. If they don't handle this with the utmost respect for Moscolo's legacy, the fans are going to revolt. What do you guys think? Is this a brilliant way to close a chapter or a desperate move for ratings? Anti-Viv is calling Gwen's dangerous alliance. Moving from the dead to the very much alleviant, very much fabulous. We saw Gwen on the phone at the end of the week, and the voice on the other end was unmistakable. Vivian is back, darlings. I am absolutely living for this. Vivian is the ultimate love-to-hate villain. When she asks, "Do you hate the von Leuschners as much as I do?" she isn't just making small talk. For those of you who need a history refresher, the Alemania-von Leuschner feud goes way back to the days of Carly and Lawrence. Vivian has never forgiven that side of the family, and seeing her team up with Gwen, that is a recipe for absolute chaos. Gwen is at a crossroads. She's flashy, she's wearing jewelry she probably didn't pay for, and she's looking for a power move. Teaming up with Vivian gives her the backing she needs to truly dismantle her enemies. But Gwen, honey, be careful. Vivian eats bad girls like you for breakfast. My theory, Vivian isn't just back for revenge, she's back for Dimitri. She wants to reclaim her influence over the family line, and she's using Gwen as her boots on the ground in Salem. It's a classic the enemy of my enemy is my friend scenario. But once Gwen outlives her usefulness, Vivian will drop her faster than a bad habit. Dr. Rolf's Mighty Mouse and EJ's secret. Now, let's get weird. Because it wouldn't be Days of Our Lives without a bit of sci-fi, right? Dr. Rolf is back to his old tricks, and apparently, he's been experimenting on mice. At MRSALIX89, caught a great detail in the comments. Gwen mentioned bad kids, but she was likely talking about Rolf's test subjects. We know Rolf has been working on a serum for EJ. Remember when it didn't work? Well, it looks like he's perfected the formula. Why does EJ need a resurrection or enhancement serum? Is he hiding a terminal illness? Or is he preparing himself for a physical confrontation with an old enemy? Seeing EJ back in Salem is a breath of fresh air. Brings that sharp, calculating energy that the show needs, and I can't help but feel he's playing a much longer game than he's letting on. I suspect EJ is the one funding Rolf's latest Frankenstein project. If he can prove the serum works on mice and eventually on humans, controls the ultimate commodity in Salem, life itself. It's the ultimate DiMera power play. He's not just following in his father's footsteps, he's trying to surpass them. The trial of Julie Williams, rudeness versus reality. Switching gears to the social drama at the Brady pub and the local book club. Can we talk about Julie? I know, she's a legacy character, a pillar of the community, but man, has she been extra lately. The confrontation between Marlene and Julie was a masterclass in psychological boundary setting. Marlene is grieving, she's tired, and Julie is hovering over her like a vulture at a book club. When Marlene said she just wanted to listen and not share, and Julie snapped back about her being a psychiatrist, that was a low blow. I have to agree with Atlean8651. Julie has zero social cues right now. Is it the grief of losing Doug? Probably. But she's taking it out on everyone. The way she treated Gwen at the boutique when her card was declined was just mean. Yes, Gwen is a provocateur, but Julie is a business owner. Where is the professionalism? Contrast Julie with Roman Brady. Roman is the salt of the earth. He helps Leo, he's kind to Johnny, and he doesn't hold on to bitterness. Julie could learn a thing or two from him. I think the writers are setting Julie up for a major fall from grace or a health scare that forces her to reevaluate how she treats people. Either that, or she's heading for a massive blowout with Marlene that will divide the town. Team Doc or Team Julie? Let me know in the comments. The kidnapping web, Peter Blake, and the hidden players. Finally, let's touch on the mystery of the DiMera kidnappings. Rafa is looking at Liam, but I think he's barking up the wrong tree. Many of you are pointing fingers at Peter Blake, and that makes so much more sense. Peter has the history, the motive, and the DiMera connection to Theo. And what about Owen? He's back and lurking in the shadows, eavesdropping on Steve. Steve is a great PI, but he's being uncharacteristically sloppy here. Why hasn't he called EJ to verify the items he's found? Unless, and this is a wild theory, Steve knows he's being watched and is feeding Owen false information. The Jeremy Horton connection is also fascinating. For those who forgot, Jeremy is the son of Mike Horton and Robin Jacobs. Bringing that branch of the family back into the mix adds a whole new layer of legacy drama. Why is someone trying to frame him? Or is he actually involved in the kidnapping of Stephanie? My prediction, the week of January 26th will end with a cliffhanger showing that the person behind the kidnappings isn't a DiMera at all, but someone we haven't seen on screen in years. Someone who wants to see the DiMera and Horton families destroy each other from the inside out. Final thoughts. Salem is a powder keg right now. Guys, we have the literal ghost of Stefano DiMera hanging over the city, Vivian Alamain pulling Gwen's strings, and Dr. Rolf playing God in a basement. It's a lot to process, but that's why we love this show. It's bold, it's campy, and it's deeply rooted in the history of these families we've grown up with. What I want to know from you, do you believe those are really Stefano's bones? Is Gwen a match for Vivian, or is she way out of her league? Should Julie apologize to Marlene, or was she just being honest? Drop your theories below. I'll be jumping into the comments to chat with you all. Don't forget to like this video if you're excited for next week, and I will see you in the next breakdown. Stay soapy, Salem!